Structural organization in animals. In the preceding chapters, you came across a large variety of organisms, both unicellular and multicellular, of the animal kingdom. In unicellular organisms, all functions like digestion, respiration, and reproduction are performed by a single cell. In the complex body of multicellular animals, the same basic functions are carried out by different groups of cells in a well organized manner. The body of a simple organism like Hydra is made of different type of cells, and the number of cells in each type can be in thousands. The human body is composed of billions of cells to perform various functions. How do these cells in the body work together? In multicellular organism, a group of similar cells along with intercellular substances perform a specific function. Such an organization is called tissue. You may be surprised to know that all complex animals consist of only four basic types of tissues. These tissues are organized in specific proportion and pattern to form an organ like stomach, lung, heart, and kidney. When two or more organs perform a common function by their physical and or chemical interaction, they together form organ system. Example: digestive system, respiratory system, etc. Cells, tissue, organs, and organ system split up the work in a way that exhibit division of labor and contribute to the survival of the body as a whole. Animal tissues. The structure of the cell vary according to their function, therefore the tissues are different and are broadly classified into four types. First epithelial, second connective, third muscular, and fourth neural. Epithelial tissue. We commonly refer to an epithelial tissue as epithelium, plural epithelia. This tissue has a free surface which faces either a body fluid or the outside environment and thus provides a covering or a lining for some part of the body. The cells are compactly packed with little intercellular matrix. There are two types of epithelial tissue, namely simple epithelium and compound epithelium. Simple epithelium is composed of a single layer of cells and functions as a lining of body cavity, ducts and tubes. The compound epithelium consists of two or more cell layers and has a protective function as it does in our skin. On the basis of structural modification of the cell's simple epithelium is further divided into three types. These are: first squamous, second cuboidal, third columnar. Figure 7.1. The squamous epithelium is made of a single thin layer of flattened cell with irregular boundaries. They are found in the walls of the blood vessels and air sacs of lungs and are involved in function like forming a diffusion boundary. The cuboidal epithelium is composed of a single layer of tube-like cells. These is commonly found in ducts of gland and tubular parts of nephron in kidney, and its main function are secretion and absorption. The epithelium of proximal convoluted tubule species of nephron in the kidney has microvilli. The columnar epithelium is composed of a single layer of tall and slender cells. Their nuclei are located at the base. Free surface may have a microvilli. They are found in the lining of stomach and intestine and help in secretion and absorption. If the columnar or cuboidal cell bear cilia on their free surface, they are called ciliated epithelium. Figure 7.1d. Their function is to move particles or mucus in a specific direction over the epithelium. They are mainly present in inner surface of hollow organ like bronchioles and fallopian tubes. Some of columnar or cuboidal cells get specialized for secretion and are called glandular epithelium. Figure 7.2. They are mainly of two types: unicellular consisting of isolated glandular cell, goblet cell of the alimentary canal, and multicellular consisting of cluster of cells, salivary gland. On the basis of the mode of pouring of their secretion, glands are divided into two categories, namely exocrine and endocrine glands. Exocrine glands secrete mucus, saliva, earwax, oil, milk, digestive enzymes, and other cell products. These products are released through duct or tubes. In contrast, endocrine glands do not have ducts. Their product called hormones are secreted directly into the fluid bathing the gland. Compound epithelium is made of more than one layer multi-layered of cell and thus has a limited role in secretion and absorption. Figure 7.3. Their main function is to provide protection against chemical and mechanical stresses. They cover the dry surface of the skin, the moist surface of buccal cavity, pharynx, inner lining of duct of salivary gland, and of pancreatic duct. All cells in epithelium are held together with a little intercellular material. In nearly all animal tissues, specialized junctions provide both structural and functional links between its individual cells. Three types of cell junction are found in the epithelium and other tissue. These are called as tight, adhering, and gap junction. Tight junction help to stop substances from leaking across the tissue. Adhering junction perform cementing to keep neighboring cells together. Gap junctions facilitate the cell to communicate with each other by connecting the cytoplasm of adjoining cell for rapid transfer of ion, small molecules, and sometimes big molecules. Connective tissue. Complex connective tissue are most abundant and widely distributed in the body of complex animal. They are named connective tissue because of their special function of linking and supporting other tissue organs of the body. They range from soft connective tissue to specialized type, which include cartilage, bone, adipose, and blood. In all connective tissue except blood, the cells secrete fibers of structural protein called collagen or elastin. The fibers provide strength, elasticity, and flexibility to the tissue. These cells also secrete modified polysaccharides which accumulate between cells and fibers and act as matrix ground substance. Connective tissue are classified into three types: loose connective tissue, dense connective tissue, and specialized connective tissue. Loose connective tissue has cell and fiber loosely arranged in a semi-fluid ground substance. For example, areolar tissue present beneath the skin. Figure 7.4. Often it serves as a support framework for epithelium. It contains fibroblast cells that produce and secrete fibers, macrophages, and mast cells. Adipose tissue is another type of loose connective tissue located mainly beneath the skin. The cells of this tissue are specialized to store fats. The excess of nutrients which are not used immediately are converted into fats and are stored in the tissues. Fibers are and fibroblasts are compactly packed in the dense connective tissues. Orientational fibers show a regular or irregular pattern and are called dense regular and dense irregular tissue. In the dense regular connective tissue, the collagen fiber are present in rows between many parallel bundles of fiber. Tendons which attach skeletal muscles to bones and ligaments which attach one bone to another are examples of this tissue. Dense irregular connective tissue has a fibroblast and many fibers, mostly collagen, that are oriented differently. Figure 7.5. This tissue is present in the skin, cartilage, bone, and blood are various types of specialized connective tissue. The intercellular material of a cartilage is solid and pliable and resist compression. Cells of this tissue, chondrocytes, are enclosed in small cavities within the matrix secreted by them. Figure 7.6a. Most of the cartilage in vertebrate embryos are replaced by bones in adults. Cartilage is present in the tip of nose, outer ear joints between adjacent bones of the vertebral column, limbs, and hands in adults. Bones have a hard and non-pliable ground substance rich in calcium, salt, and collagen fiber, which give bone its strength. Figure 7.6b. It is the main tissue that provides structural frame to the body. Bones support and protect soft tissues and organs. The bone cell osteocytes are present in the spaces called lacunae. Limb bones, such as the long bones of the legs, serve weight-bearing functions. They also interact with skeletal muscle attached to them to bring about movements. The bone marrow in some bones is the site of production of blood cells. Blood is a fluid connective tissue containing plasma, red blood cells, RBC, white blood cells, WBC, and platelets. Figure 7.6c. It is the main circulating fluid that helps in the transport of various substances. You will learn more about blood in chapter 17 and 18. Muscle tissue. Each muscle is made of many long cylindrical fibers arranged in parallel arrays. These fibers are composed of numerous fine fibrils called microfibrils. Muscle fibers contract, shorten in response to stimulation, then relax, lengthen, and return to their uncontracted state in a coordinated fashion. Their action moves the body to adjust to the changes in the environment and to maintain the positions of the various parts of the body. In general, muscles play an active role in all movements of the body. Muscles are of three types: skeletal, smooth, and cardiac. Skeletal muscle tissue is closely attached to the skeletal bones in a typical muscle, such as the biceps. Striped skeletal muscle fibers are bundled together in a parallel fashion. Figure 7.7a. A sheath of tough connective tissue encloses several bundles of muscle fiber. You will learn more about this in chapter 20. The smooth muscle fiber taper at both ends, fusiform, and do not show striations. Figure 7.7b. Cell junctions hold them together and they are bundled together in a connective tissue sheath. The wall of internal organs such as the blood vessel, stomach, and intestine contains this type of muscle tissue. Smooth muscles are involuntary as their functioning cannot be directly controlled. We usually are not able to make it contract merely by thinking about it as we can do with skeletal muscles. Cardiac muscle tissue is a contractile tissue present only in the heart. Cell junction fuse the plasma membrane of cardiac muscle cells and make them stick together. Figure 7.7c. Communication junctions intercalated disc at some fusion point allow the cell to contract as a unit, i.e. when one cell receives a signal to contract, its neighbor are also stimulated to contract. Neural tissue. Neural tissue exerts the greatest control over the body's responsiveness to changing conditions. Neurons, the unit of neural system, are excitable cell. Figure 7.8. The neuroglial cell, which constitute the rest of the neural system, protect and support neurons. Neuralgia make up more than one half the volume of neural tissue in our body. When a neuron is suitably stimulated, an electrical disturbance is generated which swiftly travels along its plasma. Membrane arrival of the disturbance at the neuron's ending or output zone triggers event that may cause stimulation or inhibition of adjacent neuron and other cell. You will study in detail in chapter 21. Organ and organ system. The basic tissues mentioned above organize to form organ which in turn associate to form organ system in the multicellular organism. Such an organization is essential for more efficient and better coordinated activities of millions of cells constituting an organism. Each organ in our body is made of one or more type of tissues. For example, our heart consists of all the four types of tissues, i.e. epithelial, connective, muscular, and neural. We also notice after some careful study that the complexity in organ and organ system displays certain discernible trend. This discernible trend is called evolutionary trend. You will study the details in class 12. You are being introduced to morphology and anatomy of three organisms at different evolutionary levels to show their organization and functioning. Morphology refers to study of form or externally visible feature. In the case of plant or microbes, the term morphology precisely means only this. In case of animal, this refers to the external appearance of the organ or parts of the body. The word anatomy conventionally is used for the study of morphology of internal organ in the animal. You will learn the morphology and anatomy of earth. Cockroach. Cockroach are brown or black bodied animals that are included in class Insecta of phylum Arthropoda. Bright early yellow, red and green colored cockroaches have also been reported in tropical regions. Their size ranges from 1/4 inches to 3 inches, 0.6 to 7.6 centimeter, and have long antennae, legs and flat extension of the upper body wall that conceal head. They are nocturnal omnivores that live in damp places throughout the world. They have become resident of human homes and thus are serious pests and vectors of several disease. Morphology. The adult of the common species of cockroach, Periplaneta americana, are about 54 to 53 millimeter long, with wings that extend beyond the tip of the abdomen in male. The body of cockroach is segmented and divisible into three distinct regions: head, thorax, and abdomen. Figure 7.14. The entire body is covered by a hard, chitinous exoskeleton brown in color. In each segment, exoskeleton has hardened plates called sclerites, turgets dorsally and sternites ventrally, that are joined to each other by a thin and flexible articular membrane, atheroidal membrane. Head is triangular in shape and lies anteriorly at a right angle to the longitudinal body axis. It is formed by the fusion of six segments and shows great mobility in all directions due to flexible neck. Figure 7.15. The head capsule bear a pair of compound eye. A pair of thread-like antennae rise from membrane sockets lying in the front of eye. Antennae have sensory receptors that help in monitoring the environment. Anterior end of the head bears appendage forming biting and chewing type of mouth part. The mouth part consisting of a labrum upper lip, a pair of mandibles, a pair of maxill, and a labium lower lip. A median flexible lobe acting as a tongue. Hypopharynx lies within the cavity enclosed by the mouth part. Figure 7.15b. Thorax consisting of three parts: prothorax, mesothorax, and metathorax. The head is connected with the thorax by a short extension of the prothorax known as the neck. Each thoracic segment bear a pair of walking legs. The first pair of wings arises from mesothorax and the second pair from the metathorax. Four-winged mesothoracic called tegmina are opaque, dark, and leathery and cover the hind wing when at rest. The hind wing are transparent, membranous, and are used in flight. The abdomen in both males and female consisting of 10 segments. In female, the seventh sternum is boat shaped and together with the eighth and ninth sternum form a broad or genital pouch whose anterior part contains female gonopore, spermatical pores, are collateral glands. In males, genital pouch or chamber lies at the hind end of the abdomen, bounded dorsally by ninth and tenth tarsa and ventrally by the ninth sternum. It contains dorsal anus, ventral male genital pore, and gonapophysis. Male bear a pair of short thread-like anal style which are absent in female. In both sexes, the tenth segment bear a pair of joint filamentous structure called aral cerci. Anatomy. The alimentary canal present in the body cavity is divided into three regions: foregut, midgut, and hindgut. The mouth opens into a short tubular pharynx leading to a narrow tubular passage called the esophagus. This is turn opens into a sac-like structure called crop used for storing of food. The crop is followed by the gizzard or the proventriculus. It has an outer layer of thick circular muscles and thick inner cuticle, forming six highly chitinous plates called teeth. Gizzard help in grinding the food particle. The entire foregut is lined by the cuticle, a ring of 6 to 8 blind tubules called hepatic or gastric sac is present at the junction of a foregut and midgut, which secrete digestive juice. At the junction of midguts and hindgut is present another ring of 100 to 150 yellow-colored thin filamentous Malpighian tubule. They help in removal of excretory product from the hemolymph. The hindgut is broader than midgut and is differentiated into ileum, colon, and rectum. The rectum open out through anus. Blood vascular system of cockroach is a open type. Figure 7.17. Blood vessels are poorly developed and open into the space hemocoel. Visceral organ located in the hemocoel are bathed in blood hemolymph. The hemolymph is composed of colorless plasma and hemocyte. Heart of cockroach consists of elongated muscular tube lying along mid-dorsal line of thorax and abdomen. It is differentiated into funnel-shaped chamber with ostia on either side. Blood from sinuses enter heart through ostia and is pumped anteriorly to sinuses again. The respiratory system consists of a network of trachea that opens through 10 pair of small holes called spiracles present on the lateral side of the body. Thin branching tubule, tracheal tubes subdivided into tracheoles carry oxygen from the air to all parts. The opening of spiracles is regulated by the sphincter. Exchange of gases takes place at the tracheoles by diffusion. Excretion is performed by the Malpighian tubule. Each tubule is lined by the glandular and ciliated cell. They absorb nitrogenous waste product and convert into uric acid, which is excreted out through the hindgut. Therefore, this insect is called uricotelic. In addition, the fat body, nephrocyte, and uricose gland also help in excretion. The nervous system of a cockroach consists of a series of fused segmentally arranged ganglia joined by the pair longitudinal connectives on the ventral side. Three ganglia lie in the thorax and six in the abdomen. The nervous system of cockroach is spread throughout the body. The head hold a bit of nervous system while the rest is situated along the ventrally belly side part of its body. So now you understand that if the head of cockroach is cut off, it will still lie for as long as 1 week. In the head region, the brain is represented by supraesophageal ganglion which supplies nerves to antennae and compound eyes. In cockroach, the sense organs are antennae, eye, maxillary palps, labial palp, anal cerci, etc. The compound eye are situated at the dorsal surface of the head. Each eye consists of about 2000 hexagonal ommatidia. Singular ommatidium. With the help of several ommatidia, a cockroach can receive several images of an object. This kind of vision is known as mosaic vision, with more sensitivity but less resolution, being common during night, hence called nocturnal vision. Cockroaches are deciduous and both sexes have well-developed reproductive organ. Figure 7.18. Male reproductive system consists of a pair of testes, one lying on each lateral side in the 4 to 6 abdomen segment. From each testis arises from a thin vas deferens which open into ejaculatory duct through the seminal vesicle. The ejaculatory duct open into the male gonopore situated ventral to the anus, a characteristic of a mushroom shaped gland is present in the 6th 7th abdominal segment which functions as excretory reproductive gland. The external genitalia are represented by a male gonadophysis or a phallomere, chitinous asymmetrical structure surrounding the male gonopore. The sperms are stored in the seminal vesicle and are glued together in the form of bundle called spermatophores, which are discharged together during copulation. The female reproductive system consists of two large ovaries lying lateral in the second sixth abdominal segment. Each ovary is formed of a group of 8 ovarian tubules or ovarioles containing a chain developing ova. Oviduct of each ovary unite into a single median oviduct, also called vagina, which opens into the genital chamber. A pair of spermatheca is present in the sixth segment, which opens into the genital chamber. Sperms are transferred through spermatophores. Their fertilized eggs are encased in capsule called ootheca. Ootheca is a dark reddish to blackish brown capsule about 3/8 millimeter long. They are dropped or glued to a suitable surface, usually in a crack or a crevice of a high relative humidity near a food source. On an average, female product 9 to 10 ootheca, each containing 14 to 16 eggs. The development of a P. americana is a porometabolous, meaning there is a development through the nymphal stage. The nymphal look very much like adult. The nymph grow by molting about 13 times to reach the adult form. The next to the last nymphal stage has wing pads, but only adult cockroaches have wings. Many species of cockroach are wild and are of no known economic importance yet. A few species thrive in and around human habitat. They are pests because they spoil food and contaminate it with their smelly excreta. They can transmit a variety of bacterial disease by containing food material. Thank you.